Do you enjoy visiting weird and strange places? So do I! Join me while I explore the cute, the unique, the spooky, and the just plain fun places. Hi, I'm Little Miss Creepy, and these are my curious adventures. Point Pleasant, West Virginia was chartered in 1794, but the town's story starts years before it was official. In 1770, George Washington, our first president, made camp at the confluence of Ohio and Kanawha and called the land Pleasant Point. He was impressed by the scenic views and wildlife around him. 4 years later, in October, the Battle of Point Pleasant would take place and change the lives of numerous people. Some key figures will be talked about in this video. Then, in December of 1794, Point Pleasant was chartered by the Commonwealth of Virginia. Thomas Lewis used 200 acres of the 9,000 plus acre Lewis land grant to create lots and streets. We will discuss his father, Colonel Andrew Lewis, later in this video. The road was closed off, festival and everything, so we had to park a little further away. Not too far away. I think I can see where we're going. But yeah, so see you there in a little bit. We are making our way over to the Mothman statue. For more information about the Mothman, check out my other video. The Riverfront Park sits on the banks of the Ohio River. The Riverfront Park's floodwalls display murals by the Danford Murals teams. These murals showcase historic moments during the Battle of Point Pleasant, the naming of the town, and events in Mad Ann's life, and much more. But there is more than just murals. Statues by Bob Roach, the same artist who created the Mothman statue, lines the half-mile trail. Each statue is a prominent person of the Battle of Point Pleasant. Statues of Chief Cornstalk, General Andrew Lewis, Daniel Boone, Mad Ann Bailey, and Lord Dunmore. Something that surprised me is that on one of the ends of the walking path, you can walk right into the Two Indy Way State Park.
Behind me, you can see the Silver Memorial Bridge in honor of the 46 who lost their lives December 1967. This one is not exactly where the other one was. It connects in two different areas, but goes over the Ohio River nonetheless. Also, I thought about that as I went over the bridge yesterday and today, because we were talking about it. I saw something in the water. We were talking about it, and that was on my mind as we were going over the bridge. I know it's not 1967. It's been redone since 1920 because that's a brand new one. But that was on my mind. I can't swim. As you can see, everybody's getting ready for the Mothman Festival tomorrow. Let's get past this and get the river. That's where I went. I braved those rocks. Ooh, look at these. Chief Cornstalk of the Shawnee tribe planned to ambush General Andrew Lewis's camp before the two other militias could join them. However, his warriors were spotted. When they reported back to the general, he skulked, but soon he's about to threat. The battle raged for a full day, but the victor would go to General Andrew Lewis. Chief Cornstalk did later sign a treaty with other leaders, but that treaty would not last long. It would end in blood. A misunderstanding and hatred could lead to his brutal death.
I want to take a moment to bring attention to the detail in these statues. Didn't notice a belt buckle. I noticed the lines on the fingers, the buttons on his coat and his boots, the ruffles and the seams of his jacket. And then over here with Chief, he's got all kinds of details. The texture, and then the accents. I'm assuming that would have been fur. That would have been his hair, feathers. I'm coming around so I don't fall. What I can't see is the sun. All the statues on the riverfront park walking area was done by Bob Roach. He's the same person that did the Mothman statue. And they are good quality. I'm going to use this because you know Nikki.
Absolutely, girl. We gonna fall and get our ass broken.
Just wanted to capture Nikki, and steps are a dangerous combo. So good thing for selfie stick, because I can't really look at you. I'm looking down at the steps and there is a lot of steps. Like in one area there's 3 steps. You like back to here. Just gonna blindly swing my phone. Hope you get a good view, because I'm trying not to die. I gotta go back up these, but I think going up might be better than going down. It might be hard on the muscles, but that's what I came down. I wanted to show you guys these amazing boats. Oh, there's a welcome to Point Pleasant sign. We have to go over there now. The Kanawha. We'll go over there, but first let's look right here. This is the Ohio River. Welcome to Point Pleasant, West Virginia. So my friends brought up a great point. Here's a ramp. I'm totally down for a ramp. You already know your girl don't like hills. So steps, mainly when they're so close, because I am clumsy. But I went all the way down there, came back. My friends are like, hey Nikki, there's a ramp. So my happy self is taking the ramp back up. Very good show. Back up here.
John Moray is the 4th Earl of Dunmore. He was also the Virginia governor. He's the key figure in the Lord Dunmore Wars. In the fall of 1774, there was rising conflicts between the British colonies and the Native American tribes of the Shawnee and the Mingo. As a result, violence and war broke out, which led to cross-river attacks by the Shawnee. The war ended shortly after the Battle of Point Pleasant with a treaty. But that was so-so. Many Native Americans considered that a sellout, and they were not actually happy with that.
There's a bird up there. Oh, that's pretty.
So everyone's hungry and my battery is already running low. So we're gonna take a quick break, which is not really half, but I'm calling it half of this walk. And we'll go eat, we're gonna recharge my phone, and then we'll pick back up down there. We came back from eating and we're like, how do we get to this side quickest and less travel? Oh, there's a door. We were gonna go way down there and work our way back. Door! And we took it. There's a lot of graffiti on these walls. In September of 1773, Daniel Boone led a group of about 50 people up the Powell Valley in Tennessee. He was attempting to establish a settlement in Kentucky. Let's see. Boone's oldest son, James, who was about 16, and a small group of other boys like him were gathering supplies when they were attacked by the local natives. To send a message, because they were not very happy about the treaty that has previously been signed, they tortured and kept the boys and then killed them. The brutality of the murders shook the group, and Boone and the rest of his group abandoned the expedition. Mad Ann. There's another whose life was significantly altered by the Battle of Point Pleasant. Her name is Ann Hennis Trotter Bailey. but we would eventually come to know her as Mad Ann. Her husband was killed in the battle. Enraged, she joined the militia as a scout. So furious was her ire that the Shawnee would call her Mad Ann. She recruited soldiers and delivered messages. Legend states that she was once hid in a log until nightfall. Once the Native Americans had left, she snuck into their tribe, got her horse back. She ran a good distance with her horse, started screaming in the middle of the night, which led the Native Americans to believe she was possessed by a demon and that arrows could not penetrate her. Fun fact, if we follow this, it will take us into the 2 Indy Way Park.
Chief Cornstalk was trying to maintain peace from all sides. The chief traveled to Fort Randolph in 1777 to warn of a possible assault, but his goodwill was not returned, and they took him captive instead. And when his son came to check on his father, he too had become a prisoner. Meanwhile, somewhere else, settlers had come across Mingo warriors while hunting, and they were killed. Dozens of soldiers then demanded revenge and wanted Chief and his son. One thing led to another. The chief, his son, and 2 other natives present were brutally killed by gunfire in cold blood. It is said that as the chief lay there dying, he uttered a curse on the land. Many tragic events in the town's history are said to be part of the Chief Cornstalk's curse. Some even think that the Mothman is either the physical embodiment of the curse or Chief Cornstalk's soul itself. But this would not be the last indignity. His body was thrown into the Kanawha River. Then it was dragged up and buried at Fort Randolph. Then redug up in 1840 to be buried at the Mason County Courthouse. Then finally buried here in 2 Indy Way State Park in 1954.
A tragic end to a brave chief. But his story does not end there. Buried here in the 2 Indy Way State Park, he is forever remembered for fighting for his people and for peace. That's a little something for the chief.
While visiting the mansion house, I had mentioned that I was filming for my vlog. The tour guide had asked, did I know that Chief Cornstalk was part of the Underground Railroad movement? I confessed I did not, and she had given me a flyer with a lot of information. The flyer goes on to mention that his memorial and burial site honors him and his people for their early efforts to assist freedom seekers. It states that Chief Cornstalk had refused to surrender children of female freedom seekers who sought refuge among Shawnee. This act, preserved by a word of mouth, shows the vital role that indigenous communities played opposing slavery. It mentions that this happened long before the formal establishment of the Underground Railroad. It had stated that 100 years before the official term Underground Railroad was coined, that the Shawnee people would take in and adopt freedom seekers into their tribe. Various accounts in different journals between periods of 1730 and 1780, which provides documentation that does affirm relationships between Shawnee people and freedom seekers. Chief Cornstalk's very own aunt was baptized and married a freedom seeker. Several freedom seekers lived among the Shawnee people, and they served as interpreters during war periods. Unfortunately, after the Battle of Point Pleasant and at the Treaty of Camp Charlotte, the Shawnee were forced to give over any freedom seekers they had. Cornstalk was forced to return a woman to her enslaver, who had already married a Shawnee member and had children. While he was forced to give her up, he refused to give the children up, claiming they are Shawnee by blood. The Shawnee people's compassion and Chief Cornstalk's refusal to give up these children is the basis and the site's recognition of the Underground Railroad. At the bottom of the flyer, it gives credit to Jim Lee and Doreen Surratt, Cornstalk's family's descendants.
In 1788, she remarried and lived near Fort Lee in Charleston. When the fort came under attack, she became famous for riding 100 miles to Fort Savannah in Lewisburg to get ammunition. This saved Fort Lee. Now resting here in the 2 Indy Way State Park, she was originally buried in the Trotter Cemetery in Ohio, where she spent the last years of her life. She rests now here, where her first husband died in the Battle of Point Pleasant. I think it's amazing that she now rests where her story began. These are for you, Anne.
There's my friends.
Here at the 2 Indy Way State Park. 2 Indy Way means the point between two waters. Located at the confluence of the Kanawha River and the Ohio River, here in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Commemorating the Battle of Point Pleasant, which was fought by the Virginia militia and the Shawnee and Mingo warriors on October 10th of 1774. The settlers won after a day of bloody war. Eventually, a peace treaty was created, but that didn't last long. The park offers many sights: the Mansion House, the Battle Monument, and the graves of Chief Cornstalk and Mad Ann. The Battle of Point Pleasant was said to be so bloody that day, the waters ran red. While this park is in remembrance to such a bloody and violent day, nowadays, this park is such a peaceful and lovely piece of land. I have the river here, all of the trees and its monuments. It's very scenic and very peaceful. Hard to believe that right here was such a violent and bloody, you can only imagine the sounds of war, and people have lost their lives here. It's hard to imagine with the beauty of this park right now. This is the bridge that brought us from another part of West Virginia over here in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. It looks very much like the Silver Memorial Bridge. The Mansion House. Walter Newman journeyed to Point Pleasant back in 1976, but strangely, his wife did not join him. The legend goes she would only meet him in Point Pleasant if he built her a mansion. So Walter built this large log home with 2 stories, a basement, an attic, and several rooms. Sounds like a mansion to me. It is considered the first pan-hewed log house built in Mason County. While he awaited his wife, he opened the place as a tavern for the travelers. It's said that he charged 50 cents a night. The house is sealed on the grounds that the Battle of Point Pleasant was fought. Nowadays, the house, which is open to the public as part of the state park, contains a visitor center as well as a gift shop, and that's where I'm gonna go. We gotta get that. I'm gonna film and I'm gonna come back to shop.
Hi.
Hi, how are y'all?
You're my first dress.
Somewhere between 1901 and 1905.
Make it
That
glare
farm
off.
existed before all 50 states were even.
The guy that built the house in 1796 ran a tavern on the first floor, and during which time Daniel Boone ran an outpost about a couple miles away. So it's highly probable he would have been a visitor here. We have a letter of his hanging over the mantel.
Oh.
Let's start over here. Pictures from the videos. Cause they. So yeah, this must be the basement. Very much watch your step. Just, oh, even me and my short self. I'm on like Hobbit territory.
This is like Hobbit built house.
Oh, it feels so good in here with that fan.
Taller than Spencer.
You can't come down here. Oh, look at these. I have a few of these.
I have a bunch of these.
We've kept them from our grandparents, not with grandparents, but yeah, our grandparents and our great grandparents.
Yeah, they were my great grandmothers and they're in our road.
One time, Dad was gonna scrap one of them. And Mom's like, "Don't you do that! It's cast iron."
Look at the waffle iron. You know that's good.
What is that? A crimper or ruffler used for iron? Oh, okay. Ironing your ruffles and your pleats. My hat was touching something, and I was like, "What is that? Something's touching me!" It's the ceiling. Oh, that is not a handle. Be right there. I found pictures. You catch your breath. So at some point when it was becoming, why is it so blue in here? Like my camera.
It's
Oh. Is it a light difference? Oh. I was like, why did it change colors?
your photo
Spirits. Oh, you're right. That's really pretty. Yeah, at some point when it was becoming a state park, there was an addition that as long as the ownership of it, so they can maintain it, because they're still preserving it, they just wanted to be in charge of it. I was like, did they mark that out? Ooh, the floor was scaring me for a moment. But I mean, look how old it is. What did they say, 200 and something? I mean, I can do the math. It was 1770 something. Oh, look at the dresses. I do. I love these old-fashioned room dividers.
And those are baby dresses because they'd be laid underneath the baby on the bottom and then swaddled over top of them.
You know, I kind of wonder why gowns were so long for the babies.
'Cause they would
That
be
makes sense.
laid over as a swaddle.
Was that under the quilt?
Mm-hmm.
Another quilt.
And then you can see
There's
the
that
dressing
room.
gowns that were pajamas in the back, and even draped over the back corner there would be the old.
I did not see this. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
You know, I looked out of my corner of the eye and I really thought that was a real baby. I was like, wait a minute. Look at this old-fashioned room divider. Yeah, I can definitely see how this was a mansion.
Oh yeah.
And we haven't even got to the attic. That's the statue outside, ain't it?
Musket. Yeah, that's the statue.
You know, we've lost Finn.
Found him.
Found Finn!
There's so much weaponry up here.
Coming up to see.
I love it all. It's so
Found Finn again.
Oh,
That dining room.
It's all
Pewter.
look, the whole set's in the back.
Oh,
serving
let me
tray
scoot.
and all.
Let me scoot. No, I'm blocked that way too.
There's a did you read the history about it? All the history about it. About
That dining set.
Where's it at?
right here.
Oh, scooting.
There's a lot of gorgeous stuff upstairs.
China and cabinet downstairs, along with that word I can't say, table and red velvet covered chairs, were all a gift from the Vice Admiral Taylor, a direct descendant of Walter Newman. Large spinning wheel is called a walking wheel. The desk in the far right corner belonged to General Andrew Lewis. Both the chests and drawers of the the drop leaf table are made of solid cherry. Ooh. The pewter collection was a very generous donation from the Charles Lewis chapter. That solid cherry has to be. Oh, these steps.
And this building was built by hand.
Yeah, I was talking about that. Oh, the steps are very narrow. I'm good. I just thought more of my foot would touch it. Good thing I got baby feet. Yeah, I researched it before I came here, and I couldn't believe when they were talking about it. It's like, that's an old style house. Oh, that's very flapper. So this would have been the attic, I believe. I'll get a picture of that. It's kind of showing weird. Oh, look at all the little artifacts. Oh, sorry. Oh, is that? No, that's not lace work. Oh, I see what you mean now. I thought you meant drinking glasses. So my Nana, for whatever reason, had a ton of reading glasses and then sunglasses. I want to do that with hers, take some pictures and put them in the lens area.
There are so many arrowheads and animal bones here.
Indian dwelling homes. Oh, okay. Broad picture, and I'm gonna zoom in. There's just so much to see, and I can't film it all. So I also want pictures. Good thing I can screen capture. Wow, you were not kidding. You was not kidding. Oh, there's more. I haven't even got over there.
They're all the way down there. I still haven't passed them.
Hey, Jasper. Rocks.
I know, right?
I'm not the only one.
Some nice rocks.
Some nice rocks. Cause you know your girl loves rocks. There's bigger rocks. I don't discriminate. I love the boulders and I love the pebbles. That was something I never thought I would say. Wow, more arrowheads. Oh my god, more arrowheads. Oh no, not the glass being broken.
It's really cool wasp nest.
No. Oh, okay. Like, you know I have a fear. I don't have a lot of fears, but what I do have.
No, I wouldn't say a word.
Yeah, you're just like, you just tell Nikki to turn around and you don't tell her why till she's out.
Well, I'll just stand here and be like, hey, don't come in this room.
Pass your phone to me.
I got one pair of chaps.
Oh, look at this helmet.
Chaps and stirrups.
Let me get this wasp nest real quick. Dang, that's huge. Are we sure it's not like a hornet or something?
It might be a hornet's nest.
Scared to get close to it. I want this picture though.
It's very much not.
Thank goodness for that fan. There's just so much to see. Oh, that's cool. It's a gun case. Wonder if these are cherry. Oh, that's pretty. And
It's
I'm
got-
probably delicate if you take it out.
It's got both of the sets of shoes and both sets of matching gloves. So what would be the daily wear and what would be the finer wear.
Oh.
This is beautiful.
See if I can get up underneath there. It's the Headless Horseman. Another trip I want to do. Oh, I just realized these aren't 3 pieces. I mean, they might for travel, but you put them together.
Oh, look at that. Once I get it
I
out.
live in a house that's only
Look at
10
that.
years younger than this one. It makes me happy seeing another one standing.
Oh, a spinning wheel. I know.
A preserved piece of Native American rock art is preserved at the Two Indy Way State Park. They believe it was a Shawnee altar stone by Chief Cornstalk's very clan, the Water Panther clan. This petroglyph stone was found near Leon, West Virginia. I will say it was very hard to see the engravings because when we went, the sun was hitting the glass. But with some research, I found that it represents a panther, specifically an underwater panther. There is a tail spiral shape and is believed to represent whirlpools in the Kanawha River. The water panther legend says that it will drag evil spirits to the bottom of the river. These swings are called Almost Heaven swings, which is inspired by the phrase Almost Heaven, West Virginia, from a popular song called Take Me Home, Country Roads. Crafted by local high school students and placed in scenic locations and parks to celebrate the state's natural beauty. The magazine marker was used for storage of gunpowder, food, grain, and more, but after the battle, it became a tomb for the people who died in the Battle of Point Pleasant. With complete honesty, I cannot pronounce some of these people's names, so as to not butcher them, I will place a place marker with their names. Just pause so that you can read them. This anchor woke up and chose violence. In 1925, while the Sally Marmot was steaming into Cincinnati, it hit a then submerged anchor and sank. The anchor was raised, then brought to Point Pleasant, and then changed to a park flagpole in 1929 at the Two Indy Way State Park. A little tidbit of behind-the-scenes info. I had forgot the anchor on the day that we were filming the town. At the Mothman Festival, I mentioned my disappointment, and someone said, "It was at the park, how could you have missed it?" I was shocked, and we were going back anyway, so I decided to film on Saturday. You can even see my costume in the glass at the altar display, which I also missed. Looking back, both objects are in my video footage. I was also very tempted to touch the anchor, but I remembered reading some people think the anchor is cursed. I chose caution. These last few clips are the entrance of the Two Indy Way State Park, as we had came in on the backside through the Riverfront Park's walkway. While on the TNT bus tour, our guide had told us that the obelisk in this grave is a grave marker for Dr. Jesse Bennett. He is remembered for being the first one to perform a cesarean operation back in 1794. His patient? None other than his own wife.